Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in today's vlog you will see my interview with Matthias Hoffmann about the Cygnus X track, The Orange Theme. But before we start with the interview, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and very important, also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. Alright, here it is, the story behind The Orange Theme by Cygnus X, my interview with Matthias Hoffmann. Enjoy! Cygnus X was a project from German producer and composer Matthias Hoffmann. Cygnus X was mostly known for tracks such as Superstring, Positron, Turnaround, Kinderlied, and of course The Orange Theme. That one came out back in November 1994 via IQ Records. For this week's vlog, I sat down with Matthias Hoffmann in his studio to ask him about the story behind The Orange Theme and more. My first question to him was if it was difficult to come up with a follow-up for the track Superstring because of the massive success of that one.
Because it felt not like a huge success. It was like because our tracks were played in the clubs, or most of the tracks were played in the clubs. And we had like a magazine here, and like the Hard House and the IQ stuff was always in the charts. Like between 1 and 5 or so. So we hadn't had the feeling that this was like an extraordinary thing. I think it turned out to be more when it comes to in the Netherlands. It went very big.
Mm-hmm.
In England it was big. This was kind of but for us it was not the big thing.
It was like an okay track for you guys.
Yeah.
So the track The Orange Theme is based on a classical piece of music.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell a bit more about that?
The thing is, it was about 1982 or 2 or 83, because I finished school 83. So the movie Clockwork Orange was shown us, in school, and we saw the film, and it was Stanley Kubrick. I never saw something like that before. It was really, and most of the music is Ludwig van Beethoven, because Alex is like a big Ludwig, the guy in the book, or is like a big Ludwig van. But the intro theme, which was played with a poor synthy sound, was not Ludwig van Beethoven. And it wasn't played in the original. It was just like played on a keyboard with a really poor 80s sound synthesizer track. So far, so good. 10 years later, I was sitting next door here in the studio, and I was thinking about what to do next. And 10 years later, I got this theme in my head. And I sat to the piano and I played it. Somehow I had it in my head. I didn't know that it was. I thought it was like the score music of this, because the other music was Ludwig van in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I tried this cadence, which was like I had in my head. It reminded me for Johann Sebastian Bach, like you go like a fugue, which goes endless, in endless building up. It doesn't stop getting bigger and bigger, but be close to God. Like Mathesis Universalis. The endless. To be as close as God. Yeah. And this was so burned in my head that I made this track, and and it was real. I felt this is big because it's like the theme is very strong, and I call it the Orange Theme because it's from Clockwork Orange. Yeah. So I didn't knew it was Henry Purcell. I years later I was reading an article about classical music influenced techno or electronic music like that, and then I said, I saw my name, and I said, he was by Henry Purcell, and damn, this funeral of Queen Mary, and I was saying, damn, But the funny thing is, I heard it I saw the film, and I had it in my head 10 years, and suddenly it has to come out, It's not. I did not exactly like it is on 100% because I couldn't remember so well, but it's exactly the same thing, and people still put it on Henry Purcell. Fantastic piece of music. Yeah.
So what kind of equipment was used for the track?
Yeah, the same like we did on Superstring. It was like a lot of Juno stuff, a lot of Roland stuff, a lot of Atari stuff, S1000, Oberheim keyboards. And then mixed it was, we had like a TEAC console, like a 48 track, a TEAC console. I think it was Mozart, called was Mozart or something like that. This was analog stuff.
So do you remember how long you worked on the track?
Yeah, this was going like baff, you know. I think I made the track in 3 hours.
Yeah, because you had the main idea.
I had the main idea. I just had to. Yeah, it was going quick.
Yeah. So a few years after the original release of the Orange Team, the track got a second life when it got licensed to several big labels such as Hooch Tunes, IDT, and Bonsai Records.
Yeah.
It came out with some new remixes as well.
Yeah.
Was this an idea from you guys?
No, they came up. They come up. You know, this Rank One thing. Was 80. Which label was Rank One?
Yeah, IDT.
IDT, and you know, this is because I did a lot of remixes for Rank One as well, and for IDT, and so it was like kind of a swap thing. Yeah, they said they didn't pay or we didn't pay. I made remixes for them, and they made remixes for our tracks, and somehow it came up to be. You know,
it was like swap deals.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of remixes, during the years the track got remixed several times. Ferry Corson did a remix under his Moonman alias. Who's Tunes label boss Red Jerry did a remix. Rank 1 did a remix under their own name. Solarstone, Mark van Dalen and Enrico.
I think it's the most remixed track.
Yeah, there's like a lot of remixes.
Wow, yeah.
So there are also several cover versions of the track. How do you feel about all those remixes and remakes?
You know, the Rank 1 stuff, you know, it's really amazing. And a lot of them, you know, it's something, you know, this track was put in another time, you know, because I quit then, and a lot of those remixes they ask me nowadays, you know, if they can make a remix, and they say do whatever you like, you know. It's like, and you know, they put the theme into it. I think the Rank 1 thing was pretty cool. And yeah, I was not honored, but you know, I was wondering, you know, because there's a lot of remixing and covers, and you know, and yeah, it's like a good theme. It's not mine, it's Henry Purcell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you think you would do a new remix yourself one day?
No, I don't think so. I thought about, you know, to go to kind of electronic music back. But to be honest, you know, you have to be so into it to be cutting edge, or to do something which makes sense in time, you know, and I'm not, you know, and I don't have the energy to go back, and I'm not interested in electronic music so much, you know, not to do it. Of course, I listen to it a lot, you know, but like more not like the club things, but more like the sound, the aesthetics, what they develop with electronic music nowadays. You know, there's such this crazy stuff, and really things I love. But to go back and to work on them, it would. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're busy already with your own stuff, right?
Yes, yeah.
So at one point, Ralph left the project, and you did continue Cygnus X.
You know, the thing is, Ralph didn't left it. Cygnus X was always my project. We did the first song together, and then because I had a weird situation. You know, I'm a studio guy, I'm a musician, but when IQ Records and Hard House and Recycler died, it turned out to be bigger than anyone expected. And we had like a London office, and we had in LA an office, and then Heinz Roth, who was managing director, said, I need you in the office, I need an A&Ring, I need you to have 3 labels, someone has to do it. And then I was said, okay, I move or leave my beloved studio, and go to a shitty office, you know, and doing phone calls and things like that. I was suffering a lot, but I have to do it for the company because Sven was anywhere, you know, so someone has to do the job. Okay, and I did. And Ralph was into the studio then, you know, because he took my studio. Then I moved to the office, to the second big studio that we had, which was exactly this studio on this other floor side. And then I was like a hobby musician, you know, and I said, okay, let's do a track. And then we did this one together. And then when I finally, after 1.5 years, I said, Heinz, forget it. You know, I'm better in the studio. I help the company more if I'm a studio when I sit there. And then I had my studio back, and then I turned to make the Cygnus X thing for myself. But what the good thing was, Ralph was very much into sound. He mixed the whole Cygnus X album, you know. I did the pre-production then, and then he was really, and if you hear the album nowadays, you know, he was far away his time with his mixing skills, you know. And this, the hypermetrical album, you know, I made the album, you know, and we were mixing it together. And he put some really, like, from the sound with it. He was very much, and he was into it. I was in the office, you know, for years. So he helped me a lot there, yeah.
Rolf is also still busy, active in the music scene, right?
Yeah, Rolf is a very successful film composer, you know, and he's his thing, and he's a great music. He does a lot of with orchestras and things like that, you know. He's very, very good. Found his thing, not in techno. I think he was producing now or makes a record with Chris Liebing.
Yeah, I saw something on Instagram the other day. Yeah. So you still catch up sometimes, or?
Yes, we see from time to time, because we have like this. After the IQ, we quit with the IQ label. We founded a company called Schallbau, and we still have business to do with the Schallbau, even though we don't work for it. But there's
stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite memory when it comes to the Cygnus X project?
I find the Cygnus X, I try to, you know, I have like this little samples, like this choir, like the boys choir. I have like this things going. I have a lot of classical influences, and I have you know, for example, I wrote the lyrics for Kinderlied, you know, which is so weird, and we had this singer here, which exactly was a girl. It was a woman, you know, but could sing like a girl, and I was like, I have to do this. And this, I don't know if you know the lyrics. Yeah, it's about ecstasy. It's about what happens to you. It's about a situation. And then this whole massive. It was for me. It was Cygnus X. It was so many drug musical experience, everything, and this is how I felt it. You know, it's this is my how do you say it's my reflection of time in music is this hypermetrical, and even the cover, you know, we were in Ibiza then, and in a hotel, and I saw this painting, and I said, I have to have this artist, you know. Who's the artist? I call the artist. They listen, I have a record, and you made the cover for it, you know. You didn't know it, but you made the cover. I saw it, and I said, yeah, take it, okay. And I played him the record, and he said, yeah, cool, take it. Oh, wow. He just gave me this picture, you know. Cool.
Yeah. So you just mentioned Kinderlied. Is that also your favorite Cygnus X track?
One of my favorite Cygnus X tracks. Yeah,
it's difficult to choose just one, right? So there have been some live performances as well, but were you part of that, or like on Sensation and I think Trance Energy?
No. You know, I'm not the guy to you know. Therefore, what I said, you know, if I would have made or wanted to make a DJ career, you know, at that time, you know, it would have been perfect, you know. But I had a lot of tracks which worked quite well in clubs, but to be honest, you know, I always stood besides Sven is like the DJ, really, and he got every crowd. I was in Manchester in the early 90s, you know, where we stood there, you know, with complete club, you know, and I was like, he will never get them. It took them 20 minutes, you know, the club was freaking out. And it doesn't matter which crowd he has, you know, it took him 20 minutes to freak them out, you know.
He's an entertainer.
Yeah, but he has the feeling for which track and which, you know, it's really, he's a DJ. And I was always to stand there and to turn like just to show, because you don't do anything, you know, it's just not looking totally stupid, you know. You stand there and, you know, I'm a musician, I want to make music, and not, you know, like fake, what are you you know, it's so
not for you.
No, it's not my thing.
So you did a lot of other projects as well, such as Brainchild. You were also part of Odyssey of Noises. You were involved with like a lot of production for lots of other tracks as well. So what is your all-time favorite production that you ever did?
I think Cygnus X, the album, was like at that time. I mean, from the electronic part, I did a lot more records after my electronic music career, you know, and there are some, of course, but in the. I think the best thing I do is like I did 5 albums now with Words, which is a rock band in Germany. I think from the lyrics and from the intenseness of the music with the vocals, I think that's my best work. Or the latest Aldin things, which was a German pop act, you know, which I was working on after IQ, from the production, from the music, and how it reached people and on which level it reached people, and you know, this is for me, it's like
your biggest achievement.
Yes, but in electronic music, it was the Cygnus X album for sure.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
Dead.
Let's hope not.
With a white beard. I don't know. You know how all this going on here now with this Corona thing and with this life and how it changes the club culture. You know, it's not even sure that the club you love more, so you go, is still open or it still exists. You know, so it's really
strange times.
Yeah, strange times. Yeah.
Really. Do you spend more time in the studio now?
You know, for me, like you have to go in quarantine. I'm always in quarantine, you know, because I'm alone in the studio. I work alone. You know, I go at my home. I go here. Just I see my wife, and that's it. My kids, and that's it. Yeah.
So for you, not much change besides like the
not much change stuff. Because now it's because we have to cancel the tours and everything. Now you have like the feeling, you know, that it's a little. But I guess everyone has that now.
It takes too long.
Yeah, it takes too long. Nobody knows when it goes. If it goes on like it was or how it turns out to be. No one knows.
Well, fingers crossed for the future.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog. My interview with Matthias Hoffmann about the Orange Team by Cygnus X. Matthias, thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and very important, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. I did another interview with Matthias, and in that one he talks about the story behind the Cygnus X classic Superstring. You can already find that one on my channel, so make sure to check it out. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye!